Well, there's my girls behaving and doing what they're supposed to do. But Tux just came from Morris and Stripes tarp area. And I was out here around 7 a.m. to split up Tux and Morris, who were having words with each other. Although that was happening over behind those trees there. Good morning, buddy. You didn't get into too much trouble, did you? You don't look like you've been in a fight, so that's good. Hi. Well, here's my two buddies. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
He's having a morning.
Yeah, my arm hurts from the shot. A little sore.
Yeah, just tender. Mine too.
And I don't know, I feel okay, but I could have slept better, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Coffee's not kicked in yet. I've had like 2 sips.
I'm sorry. And he's gonna help me load up Panther this morning. I'm taking Panther for his yearly shots. It's been fine the last 3 years. It really was never not fine, but I don't pick up Panther. And so it's always a little, dare I say, scary. I'm sure it'll be fine. You know all those bricks that came yesterday? Not the sand green bricks. Nope. I had ordered a lot of light bluish gray, the foundation bricks to replace for like the next building.
Yeah.
And that's what most of those were.
Oh, poor thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I'll be back working on the Queen Anne Victorian lavender bricks today.
Okay, well at least you got something you can work on.
I do have something I can work on, but I'm still waiting on sand green bricks, so
Okay. Well, maybe today.
maybe. Don's gonna go upstairs and get the big crate and take it in the house. I was hoping Tux and the girls would be close behind because the last thing they want to see is the crate. Tux is over there thinking about walking. You coming? There he goes. We did get him crated up. One little minor hiss, but he never turned his head, lifted his arm, or did anything else concerning in any way. He was a really good boy. He didn't come off his chair. I hated to pick him up off of his safe spot, but... Yep, Panther cat to the vet. I'm on time. Ruby's charged up. It's very warm out there. We're all good. Well, Panther didn't make not one peep. And they'll be out to get him in a minute because they're still doing, obviously, not letting people inside and just coming out and getting the pets and taking the pets in and then bringing the pets back out. I didn't get all the details, but the Wake County Board of Education decided yesterday to send the kids back in person sometime in April. I thought, personally, that was ridiculous because we've almost made it through the entire year and we're in the home stretch with people getting vaccinated now, we hope. And what difference is 4 to 6 weeks going to make here at the end of the school year, except for maybe, you know, graduation being better for the high school students? I don't know. Yearbook signing, they also, of course, are saying now only 3 feet instead of 6 feet. So anybody that chose what they call here virtual academy can choose now to say, change their mind and say they want to send their kid in person. And I don't see us doing that because me and Don won't be fully vaccinated till April the 20th. And Johnny still won't be vaccinated and he doesn't want to wear a mask for 6 hours straight. And, you know, Johnny's school ends earlier even than most of the schools around here. It's like the second week in May or something. So what would we be back for 3 weeks or something? Take that risk for 3 weeks. So we're all about him going in person in the fall, I think. You know, we'll be vaccinated. He'll be ready. He's got his transition over to St. Augustine's University for his 11th grade. We're on a plan to do in person in the fall, but I just don't get this rush to go back for just a couple weeks here at the end of the school year. So I hope it doesn't backfire or cause anyone to have a serious health issue, or I hope it'll be okay. I mean, it seems to me like it could be more disruptive at this point than just sticking with the plan that you've already got for the last few weeks of the school year, which I understand for some kids, maybe it'd be a maximum of 6 weeks. But for a lot of kids, I think it's going to be more like 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm not convinced it's worth the disruption, but that's just my opinion. And we get to choose, so choice is good. Playing a little 2048 here and having a better than average game. Getting a little worried now though. Wow, that's my all-time high score by a lot. Wow. So, yeah, I bet I can't repeat it anytime soon, but it was fun while I had it going. So my arm is doing pretty good. You know, moving around my right, you know, put it in your dominant arm because you move it more, so hopefully it doesn't hurt as much. I would say playing this game and moving my arm around actually helped get things limbered up a little bit, so that was probably good. And the vet came out and she said, Panther seems fine to her. He's lost 1/10 of a pound. We did decide to deworm him. We didn't check him. We just gonna give him a dewormer. And she's gonna draw blood since he's my senior citizen guy, just to make sure everything is okay with him. I won't have those results until she gets them back from the lab. That blood will get sent out. So not because we really think anything is wrong, but just, you know, to make sure with him. So that's good. So I glanced at Facebook for a minute while I was waiting for them to come out with my receipt. And someone asked in one of the North Carolina Tesla Facebook groups, I'm going to Boone this weekend, where do I charge? So, you know, I really like to be helpful to people, but I've seen that question now not less than 15 times in the last 6 to 9 months. I mean, seriously, and probably in this very same forum. And so I brought up PlugShare and I put in Boone, and it gave me like 8 or so spots, one of which is the Japanese steakhouse that most of us Tesla owners know about, that has so charging in the front and better charging in the back. I think I have that right. And then there's other places around town. Several hotels have some charging, and over at Appalachian University, and so there's places, right? So my comment is, and it's not, I'm not trying to pick on this person. I really like to be helpful, but if you have a question, maybe search the Facebook group before you ask it. Because I guarantee if you go to that Facebook group and you search on Boone, you're going to get some hits where people have talked about charging before. Plus, use your PlugShare app. I know we're Tesla owners and we expect the car to tell us all these things, but use your PlugShare app. And it's not just about charging. It's like all the time people ask repeat kind of questions. And you know, spend 5 minutes doing your research. And I get it that you want the added knowledge of the hive mind, you know, like, okay, yeah, there's chargers in Boone, but like, which one do I really want to use? I get that. But maybe do just a little bit of research before asking questions out there. I continue to see lots of perplexed people, should I get an X or a Y, all the time in the groups. And, you know, just like nobody could tell us what color car to pick, no one can really tell you whether to get an X or a Y. I mean, we can tell you various things about the X and the Y, and if you have certain questions, we can answer it, but ultimately the decision is up to you, right? And there's tons of videos out there and news articles and you know, there's a lot of information out there. To start out with a fresh new post, should I get an X or a Y, is I don't know, is a little perplexing to me also. Maybe I should just take a break from Facebook. I don't know. There's others out there too, like where do I go to get my tire repaired, or where do I go for new tires? I think we've established here in the North Carolina area that Discount Tire is well versed in what to put on Teslas and how to correctly change tires on Tesla. And I remember being nervous, and I remembered going to them and being I mean, so I get it. I do. All new owners want to know, but I think we've established now, Hive Mind says go to Discount Tire. So unless you have like a really super specific question, like, should I change the tire size on my Model X so that they're all the same size tire, or so I can rotate them, or, you know, something a little more detailed than just the, you know, stuff. Oh, and the collision stuff. I've been rear-ended. What do I do to get my Tesla fixed? Again, this is another one of those where a couple of years ago, there weren't as many Teslas on the road, you know, pre-Model 3 release. God, what's that going on? Closer to 3 years now. You know, I get it. We didn't know what we were doing about collision, but now I think the answer is talk to your local service center. They probably do some small collision stuff. If they don't, they probably know who in the area you can entrust your car to. Be a part of your local owners group. If you're monitoring their Facebook page and or going to meetups, when we start having them again, you probably have chit-chatted with people that have had minor and not so minor things happen, and where to go and that kind of thing. So, you know, just a lot of these things come up frequently. It's a frequently asked questions, and I guess we need a knowledge base so people can go search. I mean, I used to search knowledge bases for a living in support, right? To try to find known bugs and solutions, so we weren't reinventing the wheel all the time to reduce service costs. But it's sort of the same thing applies here to some of these questions. So just use that little search box. And then if you don't see what you wanted to know, then ask your question. Because chances are, if it's Tesla related, somebody's probably already asked it. A little bit of spruce up painting. That does look better, but I think it's going to need 2 coats. There's the pretty red bud tree here at the Environmental Park in bloom. One year I missed the best picture ever on that tree. There was a red cardinal on it right when it was in bloom, and I didn't get my camera out in time, and I never saw him up there again. A little disappointing. My coral bark Japanese maple is leafing out. The non-hardy gardenia did fine this winter. My clematis vines are all starting to bloom. And Tux and Gray are staring at Stripe up the hill, who's meowing at me and asking for some attention. Hi! I am working on the Queen Anne Victorian a little bit more. I just put in a couple of white columns and I added the door. Again, I'm going to change the color. I'm anxious to see how a couple of things are going to work out and if I need to modify it or make some decisions. So I'm going to work on it for a while. It's coming along pretty good, but apparently me, the computer, and my seat are interfering with nap time. Well, I didn't get done with the first floor, but I sure did make a lot of progress. And yeah, I got to a good stopping point for today. So I forgot to mention earlier in the day, but yep, today's Ruby's appointment to get her lens fixed. And Rick, our favorite local service guy. If anybody showed up, I think I would be disappointed. Matter of fact, I know I would be disappointed. I'm sure they would be good too, but we just used to you.
We'll be letting you guys too.
Yeah, look what happened. We don't know. Yeah, so we had a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
And we have decided for now, yeah, he's in a really good mood.
Yeah, baby.
Decided for now not to repair it because it is a really expensive repair.
Yeah.
The part's expensive, and there's a good
amount of labor.
Yeah, it's involved to get in there, and it's on the charge port side and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So Rick's looking at a little something else for me, but we're not going to change the tail light at this time.
At this time. We're going to reconsider, maybe for Christmas.
We'll see. Tuck slept here the entire time. It's always good to see Rick in his white Model S. Bye. Woo, I like it.